this demonstration I will focus on various papers with PanPastels, Sofft Tools and applicators, and various pastel mediums that go hand in hand with PanPastels. This video is one of 8 videos using a handful of papers which I think most artists are asking about, and the PanPastels. G'day ladies and gents, welcome to Xrissart. I'm Chrissy, thanks for joining me, and in this study I will be showing a paper called Pastelfix by Hahnemuhle. Right off the bat, I would like to say this is a wonderful paper and made specially for pastels. My focus is how the PanPastels work on this surface. Here you see me applying PanPastels with the Sofft Tools on this cute little mushroom, which you will see all the way through this study on the 8 surfaces. I pick up the pigment from the pan with the Sofft Tools and apply on the surface. At this point, all I'm thinking is put as much of the base layers as I can. I'm also using a small applicator tool and blocking in the values where needed. This paper is 170 GSM or 80 pound and comes in 10 assorted colours in pads of 12, 24 by 32 centimetres, 30 by 40 centimetres and 36 by 48 centimetres. This paper is dark grey and feels spongy smooth, which is a funny way to describe it. Not rough on your hands and feels like it could grab quite a bit of pastel. I'm finding that the PanPastels are working quite nicely on this surface and keeping their vibrancy, which is what I feel a strong point for me when I work. But as I'm working on this piece, I'm finding that I can't apply a lot of layers. Some layers, yes, but not what I'm used to. The PanPastels are working wonderfully on this surface and whilst maintaining the integrity of the pigment. The pigment is remaining quite vibrant throughout this study. Also, you will see that I'm always mixing colours to make new colours, which is working well on this surface. So now I'm working with other mediums such as pastel pencils and hard pastels on top of, and finding this is working quite well. I continually work with the Sofft Tools for blending, which is helping to get soft edges. For me, this paper is up there because I'm able to retain the vibrancy of the PanPastels, which I'm accustomed to. But I'm finding I'm struggling with the amount of layers I can apply. Of course, this paper is not as heavy as some others, but I was able to use pastel pencils and hard pastels on top of the PanPastels. As I mentioned, I was able to use other types of pastels, but found after a while the pastel pencils were starting to scratch on top of the PanPastel base layers. So I feel here I have to be strategic with how much base of the PanPastels you apply. The pastel pencils that I had the most success with on this surface were the ones that were softer, for example the Carbothellos and the Bruynzeels. The hard pastels I'm using here were New Pastel by Prismacolor, and found these worked well on the PanPastel base layers. I used the small applicator tool to blend all the pastels and found this surface to be gentle on the Sofft Tool sponges, which was quite nice. If I had a criticism of this paper, I would like to see it heavier, say around 300 GSM. I'm curious, if this paper were to be heavier, would it allow me to apply more layers? I wonder.